Second. So it's an open question. How many of us know at least one person with diabetes in our family among friends or neighbors? You can raise your digital hand. Almost everyone, right? Right. Thank you. So that itself tell us one thing that diabetes is very common around us. So today we are not here to get scared, but rather than we are here to understand, become aware, and take simple actions on diabetes. So, why diabetes matters to most of the people? As diabetes is increasing very fast in our communities, you know, whenever we see the other person have diabetes, second or the third person, even child is having diabetes. The difficult part is many people don't know even they have diabetes. Diabetes does not cause pain immediately, but it slowly affects our heart, kidneys, eyes, and nerves. That is why it is dangerous, not because it shouts, because it whispers. Many times, even when I got diabetes, I had some symptoms which my mother noticed. I was getting very lean. I was a healthy and a, yeah, till my eighth standard, I was very healthy. And suddenly my weight started losing in my ninth standard. That is where my mother took action to take the blood test because she had diabetes and she had um, in her mind it may have caused, and that was the result. I was diagnosed with diabetes. So now let's see what is diabetes. Let me explain in a very simpler way. Diabetes is a health condition in which the level of sugar, that is glucose, in the blood becomes higher than normal. In very simple words, our body needs sugar for energy. Insulin is the hormone that helps sugar enters the body cells. Each of the hormones, each of the organs secrete some hormones. Insulin is secreted by pancreas, and in diabetes, the case is insulin is not being secreted. That will come under the type of diabetes, which we will see. So let's go through that. What is diabetes? In diabetes, insulin is not enough or doesn't work properly. It varies from person to person, obviously. So sugar stays in the blood instead of giving energy. Let's see through an example. It is like having fuel in the tank, but the fuel is not reaching the engine. Fuel is there in the tank, but it is not reaching to the engine. Our body needs sugar for energy, just like a fuel for a vehicle. Insulin is like a key that helps sugar enter the body cells. In diabetes, this key doesn't work properly. So each of the body parts, like, our body needs salt, sugar, everything it needs. But when sugar does not enter the cell, does not enter our body, that is where we are likely to get the diabetes. So sugar, what happened when it doesn't get inside the body, it stays into the blood. And it, instead of giving energy, gives, it just get mixes with the blood. And that is why people feel tired even when with the high sugar levels. Obviously, it's my own experience. Whenever I feel high sugar, how do I come to know that I'm feeling high sugar or low sugar, which is like hypoglycemia and hyperglycemia. Hyperglycemia is high sugar and hypo is low sugar. So it may vary from person to person. It is likely that whenever I feel like unusual sweating in the body, even though fan is on, AC is on, unusual sweating all over the body and shivering, full body is shivering. That is where I come to know my sugar is getting low. And then whenever I feel really tired, tiring means it's a different type of tiring. In the sense, your whole body will uh, get tired like anything. And you will feel sleepy throughout the day. And that is where hyperglycemia comes in. That is high blood sugar. Again, underlining, it may vary person to person. The symptoms may vary. Now, let's see types of diabetes. In a general way, there are mainly three types of diabetes. Type 1 usually starts early in life and needs insulin. Insulin is the only way for type 1 diabetes, which I'm going through, and which we mostly hear it as juvenile diabetes. Because most of the children, they are having this diabetes. That is why it is known as juvenile diabetes, and it starts in early stages. In this case, pancreas does not secrete insulin. So there is no secretion of insulin hormone. That is why insulin is given from outwards. And the amount of insulin depends from person to person according to the medical practitioner. Whatever they give, we have to go with it. And then let's see type 2 diabetes, which is most common and is linked to lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes is the most common form of diabetes and it is strongly linked to lifestyle habits developed over many years. In type 2 diabetes, the body still produces insulin, but the body does not use insulin properly. This is called insulin resistance, which I have seen in my mother. My mother is type 2 diabetes, where pancreas secretes some amount of insulin and well, can you please go on mute?
Velapan sir, could you please mute? Velapan sir. Host can mute him. Host can mute him.
Thank you. So, body still produces the insulin, but according to person, the medical practitioners, they may give insulin or medicines. Even with medicine also, type 2 can be, uh, you know, type 2 diabetes can be, I'm not getting the word, sorry, treated with medicines or with insulin. Again, it varies to person to person. So over the time, pancreas get tired and produces less insulin. In this case, as pancreas produces less insulin, it can be managed with medicine with insulin or without an insulin. It may vary person to person. And type 2 diabetes often runs in family, but genes alone do not cause. Genes may load the gun, lifestyle pulls the trigger. Whenever I say lifestyle, meaning not having a good physical fitness, and um, having junk foods or not maintaining a healthy diet. These are the factors in type 2 diabetes case get affected with this. And type 3 is gestational diabetes, which all of us, almost every one of us, you know, uh, are aware of. It occurs during the pregnancy, and then risk factor for future diabetes depending upon person to person. It may vary. It generally occurs 95%. It occurs during the pregnancy, and it may last or may not last depending upon person to person. Any questions? Most welcome till now. If any questions or you want to interact, please raise your digital hand. Okay. Thank you. So now let's see. Yes, Prasad sir.
Sir, you are muted, sir. Prasad sir.
Yeah. Yeah, the gestational diabetes that you mentioned is
Yes.
something that, the impact of it on the baby that is going to be born is something I think we need to highlight. Although after the delivery, the diabetes can become normal, but it has a huge impact on the baby's health. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your insight. Sure. So now let's see common symptoms which oftenly it is ignored. And after that, we'll see causes and risk factors of diabetes. Now let's see common symptoms. It's like frequent urination, excessive thirst, unexplained weight loss. This is where I got to know about my diabetes. Constant fatigue, blurred vision, slow wound healing. When I got diabetic, I got, to know I'm diabetic. Only this is, symptom was there, unexplained weight loss. Nothing else I felt. It may be due to age. I was in 8th standard, and weight loss was like, even a broomstick was very thicker than me. Excessive weight loss. That is where we checked. So if you go through these kinds of symptoms, please go and check your blood sugar levels. Don't ignore these kind of symptoms. It may seem very common, but if once ignored, it is very dangerous. And diabetes may cause majorly due to sedentary lifestyle, unhealthy food habits, stress and poor sleep patterns, obesity, family history, age, and hormonal changes. Now, I want to share here. As you can see, it is status like age and hormonal changes. Like due to diabetes, I got PCOD, a condition, where uh, the menstrual cycle is prone to get postponed. I got my cycle only when I was in my 11th standard. round about 16 years. Yeah. And then after that, it got delayed. It's like 40 days and then 60 days sometimes. So it affects the whole system, whole body, if not controlled. If diabetes is not controlled, it may affect in future for ladies in pregnancy and even for gents. The truth is, many people have diabetes for years with no symptoms. Diabetes, here we are not going to, you know, um, talk about or make you like um frightened. It is like it is a truth that many people they have diabetes, but there is no symptoms of diabetes. It's a killer. Even cancer, we have some symptoms. We have some pain, but in diabetes, there is no pain. There is no symptoms. That is why every 6 months, we need to have a physical checkup, body checkup, even though we have it or not. Chandru,
Yeah, Soumya.
over to you. Thank you.
Thanks, Soumya, for your insight from the personal life. Good morning, everyone. Now we'll start with the impact of uncontrolled diabetes and how it affects different organs and parts of our body. So the impact is like excess sugar in blood makes blood thick and sticky. Blood vessels become narrow and weak, because of which nerves lose their ability to carry signals. Every wound or any small thing, the healing gets very slow. This is why the diabetes is called a silent killer. Uh, the uncontrolled diabetes greatly increases the risk of heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure, and blocked arteries. Uh, let's see like why this happens. The high sugar damages the inner lining of blood vessels. Fat and cholesterol stick easily to damaged vessels. Blood flow to heart and brain because of the above factors gets reduced. Many people with diabetes die from heart disease, not from sugar itself. Yeah. Now we take the case of kidneys. The kidneys act as filters for blood. What's the impact? High sugar damages tiny kidney filters. The protein leaks into urine. Kidney gradually stops working. The result is swelling of legs, face. We feel the weakness in body and fatigue. In severe cases, dialysis or kidney transplant. Diabetes is one of the leading causes of kidney failure. Now comes to eyes. Uncontrolled diabetes affect the tiny blood vessels in the eyes. The impact is people end up with blurred vision, eye strain, damage of retina. It's called diabetic retinopathy. And the result is people may even lose their vision, and permanent blindness can happen if it was untreated. Like most cases, people lose eyesight without pain or any prior warning.
Thanks, Chandru. Here I have to say, like my mother had undergone this diabetic retinopathy, which is she got left retina damaged. and diabetic retinopathy operation was done to her. And you know what the doctor suggested? She may end up with having no vision. It was treated on a proper time. That is why, you know, by God's sake, she got her vision back, and uh, it didn't cause so much damage to retina. So diabetes, again, it's a warning. Yes, Tulasi ma'am.
Yes,
Please.
good morning, all. One thing I would like to say is that when we are going for eye test, usually doctors are not uh, this doing the eye pressure, retinal pressure. We have to say, tell them, please check my eye pressure, like that. Sometimes that also um, the reason for because of the sugar, high sugar level, the eye pressure also increases. Gradually we lose our eyesight suddenly. So it is very important whenever we go for a eye specialist, into eye specialist, it is very important to say that please check my eye pressure, like that. Thank you.
Thank you, Tulasi ma'am. Yeah, we need to like wherever for a specialist, even for eyes or ears or wherever we go, we need to tell them what we are going through, and we have to check. We have to get checked with, because we are like, okay, going for a general physician every 6 months or every 3 months, or whenever we get sick, we just go to general physician and uh, get back, you know. But we have to have a regular checkup on our ENT, eyes, and everything. Yeah. Yes, let's continue, Chandru.
Yeah. Now we look into the nerves part. High sugar damages nerves, especially in hand and feet. Uh, People would have heard what how diabetes affects in the long term in the feet part mainly. We will discuss in the later part as well. So with respect to nerves, the symptoms will be there will be numbness, some, some tingling or a burning sensation, even loss of sensation at times. Danger is injuries that get unnoticed or go unnoticed. Small wounds people might get, and it will become like a big infection and affecting their day-to-day life.
Yeah, many people, why I'm speaking like, because I have seen my mother getting affected by neuropathy as well. I think no one else would have experienced this much, because me and my mother have experienced that much in diabetes. So I have never ever noticed her feet, you know, it got damaged. It didn't have some sensation. Now her feet doesn't have any kind of sensation. She always used to say, my, it's like a burning sensation. Always keep to have, you know, her leg in chilled water. At night, sometimes she get up and she says something is like burning, burning. I never ever, you know, saw, and even she did not give it too much significance to it. And now what happened is she got the loss of sensation. And still she is on medication. She takes medicines for nerves, you know, sometimes at night the nerves get stretched, so we have to uh, make her make the, you know, the tangled nerves straight with putting some oil or some medications, like that. And it is all because of high sugar. She never ever noticed her sugar. Yes, next, Chandru.
Yeah, thank you, Samya. Now what we could see, like the feet problems and amputation that get happened due to uncontrolled diabetes. This is a serious but often ignored complication. Why it happens? Due to poor blood flow, nerve damage, slow wound healing. What it causes is foot ulcers, severe infections, in extreme cases, amputation. In most, amputations can be prevented with good sugar control. I have in my life personal cases of two people who have undergone the amputation because of like not maintaining the sugar level. One of my friends' dad has got amputated with two of his left, right legs fingers, and a major part of his foot got amputated because of the not having this sugar in control. Yeah. Next slide,
Thanks,
please.
Chandru.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now let's see like how it affects brain and mental health. It gets the impact of in people by getting them to poor concentration, memory problems will occur, increased risk of depression and anxiety, higher risk of dementia in when the people get in old age, infections and slow healing. High sugar weakens immunity. Frequent infections will happen in skin, urinary part, and even in dental part cases. Major thing is like the cuts and wounds. Any small thing happens also will take more time to heal. Uncontrolled diabetes does not cause immediate pain, it causes long term damage. Most complications develop very slowly and are silent, and due to some maybe like ignorance or our routine lifestyle, people end up discovering it too late.
Yeah. Here, I had diabetes not only in blood, even in urine sugar. So whenever the blood sugar increases, I used to have fatigue, laziness, and then, I used to shout a lot. I don't know it. And then after some, many years, I discovered that is one of the way when the sugar shoot ups, you, uh, it's just one of the way of expressing in a louder way. And like as Chandru gone through these, uh, how it affects the brain and mental health. For me also, due to diabetes, I end up having seizures where I don't get it. It is due to lack of sleep, due to the anxiety. I ended up having seizures, and then no, it is well treated with the tablet, still going on. So uncontrolled diabetes, we didn't notice. I was like just diagnosed with diabetes, and so much came up one by one, knocking the door, all because of uncontrolled diabetes. So uh, we have, many other uh, sharings about diabetes. It's a huge topic. We may continue this next week as well. We'll just complete with saying the prevention and control, and we will continue this topic with the next week as well. Malini ma'am and Murugeshan sir will take over this topic next week. Yes, Chandru, you may end up with prevention and control.
Yeah, it looked like there are major concerns with respect to diabetes. But the prevention and control can be adopted in our day-to-day life by inculcating few small things. The good news is diabetes can be prevented and controlled. You don't need expensive equipment or gym memberships or any other medical complications. Walking for 30 minutes every day makes a big difference in controlling diabetes. Eating balanced food and reducing sugar helps greatly. Regular checkups help us stay safe. Now, with the inclusion of proper food, regular movement, and medicine working together, life becomes normal and it should not be thought or be as a concern. Yeah, I now end up with this and will be continuing in upcoming week. More
Thank you, John.
aspects. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. So we all end up this session by saying, physical health is so much important. If, you include at least 30 minutes of walking in the morning and in the evening, which I do it regularly now. That is why I'm here to say it. So if you do that, all your diabetes or whatever you have, if everyone have, nowadays we have like a bachelor degree, everyone, I have BP, I have sugar, I have something else. So if we do the physical health, some fitness, half an hour for our body, half an hour to 45 minutes for our body, it really makes a profound difference. So yes, anything you want to share or ask, most welcome. You can raise your digital hand. Murugeshan sir, are you there to share something?
Yes. Okay, today is excellent session. I am having my diabetes under control condition. Thanks for sharing more information about diabetes. I felt today attended the session from a diabetic university. That's all I felt today. Thank you. Yeah, let us continue this journey. Physical health is more important. Let us prepare from our morning mastery mind. No, the symptoms alone separate checklist will prepare or poster we can prepare. We will do it. I'll talk to you. Okay.
We'll
Thank you.
discuss later on.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you, Soumya. Thank you for your valuable inputs. And yeah, this is something that, the differences you're sharing from your own life. That is something which makes a big impact. So I just wanted to share one this thing. It's a small video about, yes, going for a walk, being physically active. All these things are important. There's one simple exercise that can be done. If you permit, I'll just share it. Can be a couple of minutes video. It can be done just while we are sitting down.
Helping you with your lipid profiles. When do you do a soleus push-up? 30 minutes after a meal. You could be watching television, could be on your phone, you could be listening to music.
Is it audible?
And you get 5 minutes,
Yeah.
300 reps done, and you are going to...
Okay.
India is the diabetic capital of the world, unfortunately. Wake up, India. It's about time we do something. Our Prime Minister's vision for a healthier Bharat starts with how do we tackle the epidemic of obesity and diabetes? Today, I want to teach you a simple hack. It's called a soleus push-up. Well, what is the soleus push-up? The soleus is a powerful, unique muscle made up of slow twitch fiber and a lot of mitochondria. It's unique and different from other muscles that use a glycogen uptake. This particular muscle, when stimulated through a soleus push-up, will have a direct uptake of glucose from your blood levels and fatty acids, helping you with your lipid profiles. When do you do a soleus push-up? 30 minutes after a meal. You could be watching television, could be on your phone, you could be listening to music, and you get 5 minutes, 300 reps done. And you are going to see how this changes your health. All you do is sit down, keep your back straight, and you raise your heel off the ground, come on your tiptoes, and then just touch your heel back to the ground. Your toes stay on the ground right through. And you do 1, 2, maybe you'll start off with 100 and eventually reach 300. So even if you're not diabetic, but you've eaten a heavy meal, hey, 30 minutes later, you can do soleus push-ups and you will see a direct change in your blood sugar levels. This is not a replacement for your doctor, for your medicine, or your lifestyle. It's not a magic wand, but hey, it can bring down your blood sugar levels post-meal, and it can bring up a dynamic change in your lipid metabolism and your cardiovascular health.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Prashant.
sir. I'll share it in the group. Everyone can refer it.
Thank you so much. Yes, Acharya sir, over to you.
Yes. After taking the tablets also, still a lot of people's legs amputated, and also it is a lifelong. When they are become the addict for the allopathy, that means English medicine. So in Faridabad, Dr. Bisharup Raj Chaudhary, he grew 10,000, more than 10,000 people's of life without medicines also. So that awareness we can bring, and it is a lifestyle only. Like lot of people they are saying, the diabetes is not the disease; it is the quality of life, even how we are feeling. That is also componenting, and whatever the medicine we are taking, can you explain what that side effect because of the medicine, not only the diabetes? And it is very quite interesting. I am taking that subject. It's also now I am in the process. So can you explain what are the medicines they're taking, so that what is the prevention we can take it also? Even though by God grace, nobody's are having that diabetes, but I want to contribute for the people's life. Thank you, Samya, and the team.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your insight. We have all that in the upcoming slides, which we will share in the next week. Thank
Okay,
you,
okay,
sir.
got it. Thank you.
So over to you, Pandya. Quick sharing. Pandya?
Yes, ma'am. So I have one small question. Like, my wife, grandmother, and grandfather. Grandfather age is 96. My wife, grandmother age is 86 or something. Okay. Now they don't have any problem. Okay. I'm wondering those people doesn't have any problem. Okay. I'm wondering what the people are done. Okay. They are very, very lean. Still that 96 age, okay, he will go walk. Okay. He will go walk. He will ready to do anything. Okay. I'm thinking how this energy came. I don't know what is the problem for now, because the mother of my wife is age is 56, started a problem. My wife age is 26, now she is creating a problem. Okay. Not creating a problem, she is telling I have a back pain. Okay, I want to test the sugar level. It is a fear, it is increasing. I don't know why the grandfather and all, they doesn't have anything. They, I don't know why this changes has happened. That is one reason. And second thing is, do we have any diet plan? Can you give some diet plan? Because 3 years before, for 10 years I eat only outside. This 3 year when I in Bangalore only, I'm eating a home food. I'm also thinking what will happen in next after. I don't know, because 10 year I eat outside only hotel food. 3 year only. So do I want to change any diet plan? Kindly recommend so that I will follow. Thank you.
Thank you, Pandya, for your quite interesting question. And first, let me answer that your grandmother or whoever you share, they don't
Let me.
have.
It's 7:10. Let's.
Okay.
This can be taken up in the next session if it is okay, Soumya and Pandya. This can be a long interaction.
Sure.
So
Okay.
let us
Pandya,
start
I'll
with
answer that in the next week. Thank you, Pandya.
Yeah, yeah. Please put your question in the chat so that it can be taken up. So it's a continuous presentation that is happening in every area of life, all the 7 areas. So it's not going to, your question will definitely be taken up and answered. Thank you. So let me share the screen for the morning mastery Mind Valley Quest. Uh, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Audible, audible. Mm.
Okay. Yeah.